Alright, so in this video, I'm going to be solving a challenging system of equations. So for my first equation, I have x to the power of 6 plus y to the power of 6 is equal to 793. And for my second equation, I have x to the power of 3 plus y to the power of 3 is equal to 35. So I want to find both the values of x and y. So to start off, I'm going to rewrite. Let me actually label these. I'm going to label this as equation 1, and this is equation 2. So I'm going to start off with equation 1, and I'm going to rewrite it a little. So I'm going to rewrite it as x to the power of 3 times 2 plus y to the power of 3 times 2 is equal to 793. Now from here, I can use the property of exponents that says that a to the power of m times n is equal to a to the power of m to the power of n. So x to the power of 3 times 2 turns into x to the power of 3 to the power of 2, and y to the power of 3 times 2 turns into y to the power of 3 to the power of 2, and all of this is equal to 793. Now, I'm going to bring in my second equation, which is x to the power of 3 plus y to the power of 3 is equal to 35. And what I'm going to do, because notice how both of these equations have x to the power of 3 and y to the power of 3 in them, I'm going to substitute a variable for these terms. So I'm going to let x to the power of 3 equal to the variable m, and y to the power of 3 equal to the variable n. So now if I substitute these values in, I get m plus n is equal to 35, and m squared plus n squared is equal to 793. Now, for m plus n equals 35, I'm going to square both sides. And now from m squared plus n squared is equal to 793, what I can do is rewrite that as m minus n squared plus 2mn is equal to 793. So this means that m minus n squared is equal to 793 minus 2mn. And this also means that because m plus n squared is equal to 35 squared, this means that m plus n squared minus m minus n squared is going to equal 4 times m times n. Now, we can plug this back in. M plus n squared is equal to 35 squared. So I have 35 squared minus 793 minus 2mn is equal to 4mn. M minus n squared over is right here. So I get 35 squared minus 793 plus 2mn is equal to 4mn, meaning 2mn is equal to 1,225 minus 793. So 2mn is equal to 432. Now, recall that m minus n squared plus 2mn is equal to 793. So this means that m minus n squared is equal to 361, because 2mn right here is 432. And now, if I take the square root on both sides, I get that m minus n is equal to positive or negative 19. And now, going back, recall that m plus n is equal to 35. So, we have two cases here. For case 1, we have that m minus n is equal to positive 19. And case 2 is m minus n equals negative 19. We'll deal with that later. So when m minus n equals positive 19, and we have that m plus n is equal to 35, what I'm going to do here is add these two equations. So these two cancel out. M plus m is 2m, and 19 plus 35 is 54. So I have 2m is equal to 54, and if I divide both sides by 2, I have m is equal to 27. And in this case, if m is equal to 27, n is equal to 8. Now for case 2, I have m minus n is equal to negative 19, and m plus n is still equal to 35. So again, I'm going to add these up. So I get 2m is equal to 16, and m is equal to 8. And if m equals 8, n is equal to 27. So these are my two cases. And now, going back, recall that x to the power of 3 is equal to m, and y to the power of 3 is equal to n. So in this case, x to the power of 3 is equal to 27, y to the power of 3 is equal to 8. So this means that x is equal to 3, y is equal to 2. So this is one solution. And for the other solution, it's x to the power of 3 is equal to 8, and y to the power of 3 is equal to 27. So x is equal to 2, and y is equal to 8. Or sorry, y is equal to 3. So these are my two solutions to this system of equations.